Okay, so before going to Unity and start making our wires, let me explain a little bit about them. So obviously the wire will connect two ports. Actually, it will connect an input port with an output port. You can think like we have a port who's sending energy and we have a port who receiving energy. So for this, we need to make some classification for the ports because we don't want to have two ports connected and both of them receiving energy or both of them are sending energy. So we will need to make this classification. Also, let me explain how the wires will work. If you remember from the previous videos, in the port we declared an event on value changed, and this event will be invoked when the value of the port changed. So what will the wire make is actually uh, making the input port subscribe to the output port's events. So imagine if we have this port and this port, and if we connect them to each other, the input port will subscribe to the output port's on changed value event. So when the event right here invoked, the value in the input port will be automatically changed. Maybe this is a little bit complicated to understand, but when we make that in Unity, I think it will be clear. So let's go to Unity right now. Okay, first of all, to make our wire, we need some visuals. We will use line renderer for making the wire. So to create a line renderer, go to effects and line. So right here, I will change some of its properties. Let's make it tinier, like that. And let's change the material. Let's create a new material. Let's call this wire. And let's attach the material to the line. I need to make it glowing a little bit. So let's turn the emission on and let's choose a color. You can choose whatever you want. I will choose that. Okay. So let's make a new object. Let's call this wire. Let's reset it and let's add a line under it and reset this also. We need also to reset these points because actually we will make changes for the positions by the code. You will see that in the next videos. So first of all, we need to make some changes in the port logic. So as I told you, we need to make some classification for the port. We will have some input ports and some output ports. So when we make the connection between ports, we don't need to connect two output ports with each other and two input ports with each other. So let's go right here in the port script, and you'll need to add an enum. You'll make the classification using enum. So let's make an enum. Let's call this port type, and you'll have two types. We have input, and you'll have out. And here you'll declare a variable from port type. We'll call that type. So if you go back to Unity, right here in the port script, you'll have some enum right here, and we can choose the type of the port. So actually, we need to add one more thing. Let's add some boolean, and let's call this is connected. So when the wire connect two ports, actually uh, we should don't be able to connect these ports to another wires. So we will have this boolean to tell us if this wire is connected already or not. And after doing that, let's go and create the wire script. Let's go right here, a new script, and call this wire. So right here, first of all, we need to add two ports because the wire will connect two ports. So public port, we'll call this input port, and one more port, and you'll call this output port. We need also to have a reference for our line. Call this line, and then the main function we will have actually is to, let's say, public void create connection. So this function will create connection between the input port and the output port. So first of all, we will change the is connected value in the ports. So input port dot is connected is true, and we will make the same for the output port. And as I told you, the input port should subscribe to the output port's own value changed function. So let's say output port dot on value changed plus equal. This way we subscribe to events, and the input port subscribe to this. So the input port. So we need, if you don't remember, let me tell you that the on value changed function will pass an integer which represent the new value. So this new value we need to be set to our port. So we will subscribe set value function to it without parentheses. Yes. So now when this event is invoked, actually this function will also invoke, and the integer we passing from here will be the parameter of set value function. I hope you understand, guys. Okay. Now we need to make the line. So the line dot position count will be 2, and the first position, let's say set position, the first index will be our input port dot transform dot position, and the second one will be our output port. So let's change the index right here, and output. I think this will be enough. So we need also to call this by manually right now. We will make some tool who will let us to connect them in the gameplay. But for now, let's call them by clicking the space or any button. So let's say input dot get key down key code dot space. So when we press space, we should create the connection. Yes. Let's go back to Unity, and let's add the where script to this object. So let's attach the line, and right here we have two parameters. We need an input port and an output port. So the input port is here from the wind turbine. So this is the output port, and the input port right here is for the battery, and this is it. Let's attach it to the script. And if we start the game, let me change the position of the camera. It will be okay. Let's start the game. And if I press the space, we will have a connection between wires. Perfect. So we need to check if the values is also changed. So right here for this port, we have 8 value. So let's check if it's work also here. So it doesn't, because actually after connecting them, we need to invoke this function manually for the first time, because this function is called when the value is changed. But we at the moment we make the connection, the value is already 8, so it didn't change actually. So after making this, we need to invoke the output ports on changed value event manually. So let's make this invoke, and as a value we need to pass the same value of the output port because it didn't change. So let's call this value, and let's check again. If I press space, we will have a connection, and let's check our value right here. Yeah, it's 8. And now if we change the position or change the output value, let's check that. Yeah, it changed. It doesn't matter because the line don't follow the port. We can make it, but not necessarily. So yeah, this is all about wires. So in the next video, we will start to making a tool which let us connecting wires in the gameplay. Because for now we are making the wire using space button, but that's not perfect. So see you in the next video.